Jikas. Welcome to another reading of Bhagavad Gita as it is by A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupad. We are on chapter 3, starting with verse 12, which is a continuation from the last two verses that I read in my last video. Ishtan bhogan hivo deva dasyante yagya bhavitaha Tairdatan apradayabhyo yo bhunkte stana eva saha. In charge of the various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied by the performance of yajna or sacrifice, supply all necessities to man. But he who enjoys these gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief. Purport. The demigods are authorized supplying agents on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. Therefore, they must be satisfied by the performance of prescribed yajnas. In the Vedas, there are different kinds of yajnas prescribed for different kinds of demigods, but all are ultimately offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For one who cannot understand what the personality of Godhead is, sacrifice to the demigods is recommended. According to the different material qualities of the persons concerned, different types of yajnas are recommended in the Vedas. Worship of different demigods is also on the same basis, namely according to different qualities. For example, the meat eaters are recommended to worship the goddess Kali, the ghastly form of material nature, and before the goddess of sacrifice of animals is recommended. Actually, let me rephrase that. And before the goddess, the sacrifice of animals is recommended. But for those who are in the mode of goodness, the transcendental worship of Vishnu is recommended. But ultimately, all yajnas are meant for gradual promotion to the transcendental position. For ordinary men, at least 5 yajnas, known as Pancha Mahayajna, are necessary. One should know, however, that all the necessities of life that the human society requires are supplied by the demigod agents of the Lord. No one can manufacture anything. Take, for example, all the eatables of human society. These eatables include grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, sugar, etc., for the persons in the mode of goodness, and also eatables for the non-vegetarians, like meats, etc., none of which can be manufactured by men. Then again, take for example heat, light, water, air, etc., which are also necessities of life. None of them can be manufactured by the human society. Without the Supreme Lord, there can be no profuse sunlight, moonlight, rainfall, breeze, etc., without which no one can live. Obviously, our life is dependent on supplies from the Lord. Even for our manufacturing enterprises, we require so many raw materials like metal, sulfur, mercury, manganese, and so many essentials, all of which are supplied by the agents of the Lord, with the purpose that we should make proper use of them to keep ourselves fit and healthy for the purpose of self-realization, leading to the ultimate goal of life, namely liberation from the material struggle for existence. This aim of life is attained by performance of yajnas. If we forget the purpose of human life and simply take supplies from the agents of the Lord for sense gratification and become more and more entangled in material existence, which is not the purpose of creation, certainly we become thieves, and therefore we are punished by the laws of material nature. A society of thieves can never be happy because they have no aim in life. The gross materialist thieves have no ultimate goal of life. They are simply directed to sense gratification, nor do they have knowledge of how to perform yajnas. Lord Chaitanya, however, inaugurated the easiest performance of yajna, namely the sankirtan yajna, which can be performed by anyone in the world who accepts the principles of Krishna consciousness. So what I like about, one of the things I like about this is that Prabhupada in his purport acknowledges the fact that there's all kinds of people. So, and there's a process that all kinds of people can follow. Whether you are vegetarian or even if you eat meat, there is a recommended process to follow that provides a gradual growth of, I guess, higher and finer intelligence and awareness and relationship with God, and a stronger sense of knowledge of self. So there was something else that stuck out to me. Okay, yeah, so like, you know, I guess a lot of the new age talk about, you know, you are God, and, you know, just equating like people with God, and that can, well, that's misleading, obviously, because it's explained here, like the fact that, like, I cannot just make something appear in the palm of my hand. Like, obviously, you know, the concept of God implies that the power and ability to do literally anything, which, you know, as humans we don't have. So, but we have use of all of these resources, and we have the intelligence to make proper use of these resources. That's explained here. So, and another aspect is, again, having that shift of consciousness where you are, when you use these resources, it is with gratitude, it is with the first acknowledgement that, you know, you're giving thanks and offering those things to Krishna first, as Hare Krishna, as this is, you know, what we are taught to do. First, offer everything to God, and that is like a process of sanctifying your actions, your consciousness, the results of those actions. And so although throughout the Vedas you can find all the different kinds of yogis are offering, you know, sacrifices, prayers, offerings, you know, that are accepted by, you know, the different demigods. What's important to remember is that in this age of Kali Yuga, we were taught by Lord Chaitanya, who came to share that this process of liberating yourself from the process of birth and death and attaining that eternal loving, spontaneous service and relationship with Radha Krishna is can be as simple as the process or the yajna of sankirtan. Sankirtan is the devotional chanting of the Lord's names, and so that is one of the prescribed methods in this day and age, because it's so simple but it's so powerful. The power of transcendental sound, the name of God, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These transcendental sound vibrations are just that, transcendental. They carry you outside of this material world. And so I'm going to stop there, just the one verse today, and I will see you next time. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please post them. I'd love to hear from you. Have an awesome day. Hare Krishna.